Welcome back, YouTube. We're at Project Gramzilla here, and I'm about to hit the powder coating shop, which you'll see more of. So we're gonna powder coat his valve covers, these little injector covers, and any other small shit that I end up pulling off in the process. Now, while we do this, I'm also gonna swap out some of the other stuff. First things first, we're going to get rid of the airbox in this piping here to clear out this area. So on this, there's a little green tab on the bottom. You push it and it opens the clip so you can pull this off. And the same thing over here, like so. Just push the tab over here and pull it off. Now we're going to undo the injectors and the coil connectors. Now we're going to undo the TPS sensor. Slide this red lock back, like that, and then push inside of there. And that takes that off. Now we're going to undo the throttle by wire. Pull the red lock back, push down in here, pull it out. Take a flathead, undo the hose clamps on the intake pipe. Take your needle nose, crimp this to where it latches over. That should release the pressure, the tension there. Now we can remove the intake pipe. Now unlatch the airbox. Come under here, pull the safety clip out, push down and pull. That undoes your mass airflow sensor. Pull out the air filter. You're gonna take this bolt out to loosen the airbox. Lift the airbox straight out, unclip the wiring from the airbox. Now we need to undo this plug here, pop this out, so that we can have flexibility over here. Go ahead, unplug the injectors and the coils on this side of the engine. For some reason this car has a goddamn sound composer like the Focus, which is, I hope it's gone with this turbo kit. But we need to get it out of our way, so just pull it off that stud. Pull it off of here. And just sort of hang it off to the side out of the way. Now I need to undo these connectors. There's one here. There's one here. That one's already out. Fuel pressure regulator connector. Do the little tab here. And then pull it like so. To get the harness loose from the engine. It's on the studs for the valve cover. Just pull up like that. Now we can move it all the way out of the way. Use a pry tool to get this unclipped from the valve cover area. Now we're going to unscrew the coils. Go ahead, disconnect this positive lead from the positive terminal, and while you're at it, disconnect the actual main lead to the battery. Now use your tool, pop this off. Pop it off from here. Disconnect this connector here. So now this is totally out of your way. Pop these off of the valve cover studs like you did on the other side. Unplug this connector here and take this out of this right here. Pull the coils out. To get the valve cover off, you're going to use a 5/16. Need to get our reservoir out of the way. It's stopping me from getting it out. Unscrew the reservoir here. So the wiring harness is clipped in this top corner too, which is what was holding it. This bracket is also in the way, so we need to unclip this from the wiring down here, and then undo that bolt right there, and then there's another one down here, and that'll get that bracket out of your way. Once you get the top one out and you loosen the bottom one, just pivot it out of the way. Now pull the valve cover out. So this dingy aluminum ugly thing is going to look sexy once it's all in gloss black. Make sure to use a new gasket as well. You need to pop these out too, these rubber grommets here. So use a flathead, pop these out, because when you get a new valve cover, it's going to have new rubber seals here. Since it's going to be sitting for about a week and a half, I'm saran wrapping it so a bunch of dust doesn't get in the engine. To get this valve cover on the passenger side off, you're going to need to pull the battery out. So there's just a hold down right here, and take the negative terminal off and then pull it out. Now remove the battery tray with the same size socket you used on the battery. Pull it all the way out. So this is what the engine looks like now. Saran wrapped up, ready for some sex. No STDs for this engine. Got some powder coating done. By the way, these stupid variable valve timing seals are pretty much dealer only, or a couple other websites, but it's the same amount of time as getting them from the dealer. We're doing some spark plugs. For now, we're going to use a stock part number spark plug until we go higher boost. Then we'll go colder, I guess. Or if these ones foul out, then we'll go colder. So, got 8 of those. Anti-seize, dielectric grease, new seals, all that shit. Also got new springs and boots for the coils. So we're going to go ahead and put all that stuff back in here right now. Put a little bit of anti-seize on the spark plug. Wipe it in with your finger. press your new valve cover gasket in. And if it feels loose in a spot or two, go ahead and put some right stuff in there. This one feels pretty tight. We are going to put some right stuff where the cases connect. Here and here on both sides. Now you're going to push in all your grommets with your valve cover screws. And now we're going to put it in the car. Hopefully you should be able to see. I put some there and there. The factory put a bunch. I think I put less in the factory right now. Go around in a circular pattern, tightening these, and then at the very end just give it a little twist. It won't go down forever anyways because the little metal collars bottom out against the head. So once it's tight, it's tight. Don't try to He-Man this shit, okay? When you put the new springs and stuff, it's going to be a tight boot, so you're going to have to use a flat head and sort of make the spring come up through this. And then once you have it like this, you're going to put some dielectric grease on it. You got the dielectric grease on it. When you push the spark plug in, it'll connect, and this should seal any kind of water and moisture from getting in. Now take the coil, you're going to put it down. This tab needs to be on the other side of this tab on the valve cover. And take the screw, put it in, and use your 9/32 socket, tighten it down. Once you're all tightened down, you can put the wiring harness back into place. That goes over here. Injectors are the gray ones. And coils are the black ones. So now I have the valve covers on. The black gives it a way better look. Almost can't tell there's even valve covers on it instead of that nasty aluminum color. Got the throttle body back on now. Put the cover back on and the intake pipe here. Man, it looks so much better black. Look at this. I had to paint the throttle body because it has bearings and seals in it, and cooking that at 400 degrees to do the powder coat was gonna be a pain in the ass, so I just painted it. But I think it gave this, well, this is gonna be gone even though it's all faded, so that's fine. But imagine when everything else in here is gonna be that gloss black or ceramic flat black. Huh? It's gonna be awesome, huh? Anyways, let's take a look at some of this stuff. Here's the intercooler. Now this, don't get this wrong, this is not ceramic, and this is not obviously powder coat, that's gloss. This is a heat dissipative coating, so that's going to help out a little bit. That is ceramic, that's one of the pipes, and there's just pipes all over the place. So we got that, got some, one there, whole bunch over there, wastegate dump. So yeah, it's gonna be good.